Finally I get a chance to talk about a proper game and not about one of those boring visual novels. After the last episode, I was kinda scared this series is gonna turn into a visual novel only thing. Jeez, I probably couldn't do that. Anyways, Orion Prelude is an indie sci-fi shooter where you run around shooting dinosaurs in the Wait. That's not the Orion we're taking a look at today? Oh, you meant Orion a sci-fi visual novel and not Orion Prelude. Okay, no, it's no big deal, just why don't I get to talk about cool games? Games with guns, explosions, and dinosaurs. Those are my 3 favorite things. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's get this over with. Orion, a sci-fi visual novel is, as the name already suggests, an interactive visual novel. You play as Samuel, mostly referred to as Sam, a young boy with an interest in computers and hacking. The whole game is set in the distant future of 2452 on a space station called Orion. Humans started emigrating to 8 different space station rings after Earth got too crowded. To make sure that all the different people on the space station can work together well, there's what the people on Orion call unionism. Everybody's part of Orion's system, and work is put above everything else, even friends or family. Now on one fateful day, Sam is sent a message that Section 6, that's the part of Orion Sam lives in, will be destroyed. And now you gotta find a way to stop that. Attached to this message is Virgil, a sentient AI who's gonna help you on your journey. He's probably the best character in the whole freaking game.
Hey, Virgil? Are you awake over there?
No! I've died a horrible death, Sam! And you weren't there to save me! Oh, the tragedy!
Shortly after that, Sam finds out that he is what people refer to as a so-called chronate, and that he has the ability to jump through space and time. After that, shit gets real pretty quickly and stuff starts getting confusing. We are transported 3 days into the past, and now we gotta figure out what's happening. Funnily enough, time travel brings a lot less problems with it as you might expect. This is nothing like Back to the Future where you're not allowed to meet your past you or something like that, because for some reason everything just somehow works out.
Then what happened to the Sam who was here first?
Space-time adapted to make his departure as stable as possible. It's almost like it has a mind of its own.
Look, the last time I tried time travel, it didn't really go that well. I mean, first of all, I had to drink a lot of alcohol. And even though I did wake up 48 hours in the future, I was naked, in an alleyway. And I also think that I am now missing a kidney. Anyways, I'm not really gonna tell you more about Orion's plot, since what I enjoyed the most about the visual novel was figuring stuff out and slowly putting the puzzle together. The game offers you a lot of choices, though something that disappointed me was that a lot of the choices don't really seem to matter. I can either go home or look for my brother. Oh, guess what? It doesn't matter what I pick. The same exact thing happens anyways. The choices do actually make a difference. It just doesn't make any fucking sense though. Let me give you an example. There's always 2 choices to pick from. Now, in my first playthrough, I might decide to punch this person. At a later point of the game, I then get to pick between 2 choices, where one is supposed to get me a good ending, and the other one a bad one. Now, since I decided to punch the dude in the beginning though, both choices give me the same result, the bad ending, even though the punching has nothing to do with the situation I'm in. If I want to get the good ending, I have to go back, and make sure I don't punch that dude. That choice has no influence on the plot at all, and everything stays the exact same, except for some lines of dialogue immediately after the punching happens. Yet, it's important to do the right thing here to be able to get the good ending for this path. I personally think that's fucking bullshit. Now I'm not sure if the not punching actually allows you to get a good ending, I'm just using this as an example to show you how this game works. Talking about endings, there's 4 different paths you can take, each one with a good and a bad ending, for a total of 8 different endings. In addition to that, there's also the one true ending that you unlock after getting the 8 different ones first. Getting there can be pretty exhausting though, since, as I mentioned before, every single thing you do affects your playthrough and can completely lock you out of getting a good ending. There's quite a lot of different characters in the game and everybody seems to have their own personality. I would have loved to get to know some of the side characters a bit better and learn more about their past or how they got to where they are now or something, but whatever. Sam, the main character, is probably one of the only characters I didn't really like, to be honest. He often is just really fucking whiny and annoying. For example, at one point, instead of acting like a normal person and hiding from law enforcement that was trying to arrest and possibly kill him a minute ago, he decides to have a mental breakdown and to just sit down in a dark alleyway.
Sorry, Virgil. I don't know what to do. All these terrible possibilities keep floating through my mind.
Look, I get you, buddy. I have my daily mental breakdowns, but at least I try to have them at convenient times and not while being chased by the fucking law. I mean, have you never even heard of proper time management? Back on topic, I really like the art of the visual novel. The CG scenes have got a completely different style from the rest of the game and I really like that. The background art was pretty good too and the different characters looked very appealing. The soundtrack was pretty good as well and oh my god, that credits song. I've been listening to it constantly since I finished the visual novel. I really dig it. As you could probably already hear, the whole visual novel, except the protagonist's thoughts, are voiced. The voice acting is pretty decent. The writing of the game is okay. I enjoyed the setting and futuristic sci-fi theme of the game a lot, which might just be because I've mostly been playing slice of life visual novels lately and needed a change of scenery. Something that bothered me a bit was that a lot was left unexplained after I finished the visual novel. Even though I got all the endings, I still don't really feel completely satisfied with the conclusion, and I just want to get more answers. Maybe the writer of the visual novel actually wanted to accomplish that though. You know, give us something to think about or something. I don't know. Something I have to criticize are all the spelling mistakes. I mean, one spelling mistake is fine. I can probably tolerate 2 or 3 even. But dozens of spelling mistakes make this visual novel just seem very unpolished. I mean, did you guys not proofread this? It's not like these are typos you easily miss. If you had played through the visual novel 1 or 2 times before releasing it, you probably would have found most of the errors and everything would be fine. But now, I'm just really disappointed about that. Orion, a sci-fi visual novel, is a pretty decent visual novel with an interesting setting. The story was pretty unique and I really enjoyed playing through the game again and again to get all the different endings, though some are hidden behind a series of choices that have to be picked very carefully, and hearing Virgil tell me that something's not right over and over and over again really made me lose my patience. It took me about 4 hours to get all the different endings, and I have to say that not at a single occasion I thought about quitting before having completed the whole game. If you take spelling very seriously and don't like freaky time travel sci-fi plot stuff, then you're probably better off buying another one of those Otome visual novels you probably like so much. If you can ignore how unpolished this visual novel is when it comes to spelling though, and got a thing for sci-fi time travel shenanigans, I think it's safe to say that you'll probably enjoy this. So, should you play Orion, a sci-fi visual novel? Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, thank you very much for watching this episode of Should You Play. If you enjoyed it, I have another one of these. It's about an asshole anime protagonist girl, so if you like that kind of stuff, I've got the tune for your dairy. Oh yeah. Anyways, thanks guys, bye bye.